Hey, this is your friendly neighborhood Dr. Jimmy128, and I'm going to bring to you a 1 versus 1 between the purple Zerg Minuscule Stripe or Jabito and eXoblazer, the blue Terran. So this is going to be a match here on Metalopolis. As you can see, an much older replay because of the previous replay feature, so we didn't have the cool little name thing on top. So we have Jabito spawning here on the north position, and eXoblazer spawning here at the south. So they are spawning cross positions here on Metalopolis. And yeah, this is actually an ideal turnout for Zerg because they can basically split the map in half, make a little crescent here, you know, for expanding, and Terran can always take the bottom right here. And all that good jazz. It's been a while since I last casted, so yeah, I'm a little bit rusty. I'm also rusty in terms of gameplay. And I haven't been laddering that much either, so yeah. It looks like we have the timer right here, so I guess you guys know when it's gonna finish, but ding! I won't let you know where we are. Anyways, yes, looks like we have an early drone scout here for Jabito. Just trying to find the Terran player. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. This is very nice. Yeah. I mean, how can StarCraft not be nice? As you can see, the scouting path of the Overlord, he did see that there was no command center here, so he decided to scoot on, let the Overlord scoot on, change direction, and he did finally find the Terran base. Looks he wasn't able to harass the construction of the barracks though, but no problem right there. Looks like we have the orbital command coming in for eXoblazer. And of course, how could I forget a little bit of a background on these two players. Jabito, of course, one of the top, I don't know, I can say top 2, top 3, top 4, top 5 players of the Philippines, and eXoblazer definitely in the same league or even better. I do not know, but eXoblazer is a really good player. He has been in the StarCraft scene since the Brood War days, and he has now taken a crack at StarCraft 2. However, very interesting, he has 2 gas right here. Looks like he's going to set up for a tech play. Most probably maybe Banshees, Thor drop like we saw in the last game. So yes, this is very interesting. 2 early gases for Terran. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. Looks like we have the SCV scout finding out, you know, getting to know the timing of the expansion. And nice little trick there actually. If you saw the SCV, you know, mining the minerals, the drone did turn away to go to another mineral patch. Now what you could do there is you can let the worker mine right there, your worker, and once the once your opponent's worker turns and goes for another mineral field, you can cancel the mining so that your worker cannot get, you know, mouthful of minerals. And once another worker comes in, beat him to the punch and mine the mineral patch. And you can do that and delay the mining just a little bit. It's a little annoying, but yeah, you'd need to have incredibly fast hands here. So I think the Zerglings are just scouting the top of the ramp. They do see, he does see the Destiny Cloudfist build, or the 1-1-1, 1 barracks, 1 starport. And ooh, looks like we're going to see the Thor drop once more from our hero Terran eXoblazer. So we're going to see the medevac and the Thor. The Thor is on the way. The medevac is just over halfway done. Looks like we have a Baneling's Nest coming up for Jabito. Looks like he's trying to bust down. He's looking to bust down the front of our Terran player. Going to the income tab. Looks like the Zerg is ahead by 5 harvesters. So we have the second gas coming up. Now the lair is coming in for our Zerg player. Another queen being morphed in or being made, just most probably to do the creep spreading. Link to the production tab. Zerg 3 just about to finish. The Thor is just about to finish. We have a Marine here, just chilling. And looks like we have another command center. Looks like eXoblazer is looking to expand as well. So very nice follow up here for the Thor harass. Make sure you always have a backup plan. If the Thor harass does not work, then you expand. Okay, it looks like Jabito has most of the map control here. However, he does spot this Thor drop coming with this watchtower. Is he going to be prepared? We do have Zerglings here, ready to intercept. We have a lot of Zerglings. For that matter, we have 16 Zerglings. Looks like the Thor is coming in. Going to be dropped, but to no avail. The Zerglings cannot bite at the air. But the Queens will be here to ward away the medevac. However, the medevac providing high ground vision for the Thor. And the Thor being able to can actually see this Queen, can actually see the units that are shooting from the high ground. So of course it will be able to retaliate. However, the Thor is really low on life right now. So it looks like eXoblazer are going to hightail it out of there. Prepare the Thor. A huge investment, of course you have to prepare it. Looks like we have centrifugal hooks coming up for the Banelings. Looks like we're going to see some Banelings, oh yeah. Looks like the Zerglings are going to poke up again at this ramp. However, one gets blasted into smithereens. You see the blood and guts and the ribcage. Wow, gotta love the gore. And the Spire is now coming up for our Zerg player. 10 more Zerglings, another Thor, Tech Lab, and a Barracks. So I think we're going to see some Marine Medevac, Thor, and maybe Marauder. I don't know. We do have a reactor, so this one will most probably get researched. What are we going to see? Are we going to see Stimpack or Marine Shields? I don't know. However, eXoblazer is now setting up his first expansion. Jabito grabbing his second. Looks like we're in for quite a long macro game. I don't know. Spire almost done. Centrifugal hooks is about to finish. Are we going to see any buildings? No, but we do see a Roach Warren coming up for our hero. And ooh, he's even going to get infestation pit. Looking to go to Hive Tech real quick. He does have a lot of gas save and minerals. Looks like he's going to, yes, that's all going to go into 6 Mutalisks right now for the harass. However, these stores can easily thwart the Mutas. However, a little bit of magic box can make the difference, though your Mutalisk won't die as fast. But at least you'll be able to do damage and, you know, be a force to be reckoned with, because you have 4 Thors shooting at 4 different Mutalisks. So yeah, you can just imagine that. It looks like we have a couple of Banelings here. We have 4 Banelings morphing in. For our Zerg player, this Zergling and his wings going to say goodbye to this bunker. Anyways, Jabito just scouting for any possible expansions. Any possible expansions that our Terran player could secretly, you know, get. It's a very nice map awareness, map vision, map control. Looks like this one supply depot though is not going to fall. And looks like we have these turrets here. They were basically ready for the Mutalisk. Goodness gracious. Looks like eXoblazer was able to anticipate the Mutalisk harass. You can always expect Mutalisk harass on this map. Yeah, looks like we're going Mutaling Bling for this game. However, is Jabito producing any more Mutalisk? I doubt. Looks like he's going for a more powerful ground army with the Roaches, Zerglings, Clear Constitution, and Tunneling Claws? No, that's actually Zerg melee attacks. I am sorry. This shows how noob I am. Anyways, Burrow also being researched here for a Zerg player. And we have the Hive coming up. Wow, are we going to see Brood Lords? I do not know. Looks like the second evolution ship are going up for our Terran player. And where did the Banelings go? Are they still alive? No, they are dead. I wonder where they went. Looks like we have 4 more Banelings coming in. I don't know, did he actually cancel them? I don't know. So it looks like his eXoblazer expansions are very well protected from Mutalisks. However, he isn't exactly mining gas here. But yeah, he's actually starved for minerals, so looks like he could use a few mules. Yeah, has he actually called on mules, or has he been using them on scans? Because I'm not seeing any mules right now. So it looks like eXoblazer has been scanning. That may be why he was able to anticipate the meals. Sorry, I burped there a little bit of my food. A little bit of the food that I ate earlier is still lingering, the gas and all. So it's 2 base Terran against 3 base Zerg. Pretty good odds and chances for the Zerg. And we even have Burrow here, some bird roaches ready to pounce at any moment. So we have the Marine, we have our Marine Thor, slightly Marauder, and Medevac army here for our Terran player. This is a very strong force. We reckon we're looking at the army size tab. The Zerg is ahead though by I don't know, do the math. I'm going to be production tab. We have Marine shields and infantry shields level 1. We have 2 Ultralists on the way. Cool. So we are going to see Ultralists here in this game. Very exciting. Is he getting the chitinous plating? No, he's not getting the chitinous plating just yet. Looking to grab a 4th expansion. So Terran pretty much stuck on 2 base. And yeah, looks like was that a premature stim? Was that a misclick or something? No, actually he actually stimmed because there's an attack right there. My goodness, why didn't I see that? Anyways, the army of the Zerg is just chilling right up there. Jabito did produce more mid-lists, and here come the Ultralisks. Where are they? There you go. Ultralisk with 1/1 upgrades, and looking at the upgrades for a Terran player, 1 weapons for the infantry, and no upgrades for the mech. The melees are just trying to find any hole in the Terran defense. However, he's only going to get this one supply depot, and maybe some of these production facilities. So, are we going to see a big battle right here? The armies. Oh, it looks like eXoblazer is trying to grab a gold, setting up his army to defend. However, the Mutalists will be able to spot this and harass. However, the Thors are coming in. They do take out 1 Mulist, and here comes the Storm, here come the Zerglings, here come the Ultralists, and the Banelings taking out the Marines, and the Ultralists taking the brunt of all the attacks of all the forces. And ooh, no, one Ultralist goes down. However, they do take out all the infantry. Looks like we only have 2 swords left and some Marauders. And the Royals are coming in from behind, and the Marine Marauder Thor army has been taken out. Our Terran player trying to warp in the planetary force, however, it is not going to be in time as the roaches take them out. And our Terran player is in quite a spot right here. We have a menacing Zerg army with soldiers, and he only has a couple of Marines and Marauders to defend. Jabito has to take out this. If he takes the bunker, that is it. But Ultralists are going to hug these Marines to death and hug all the SCVs from behind. Wow. The Roaches are coming and getting a nice little concave. The Zerglings are getting. However, there are no more army units for a Terran player. And this looks like GG. So Jabito managing to use the strongest ground unit of Zerg to take the win against a very tough Terran opponent, eXoblazer. So this rivalry does continue. It's Jabito up 2-0. And can eXoblazer come back? I do not know. I hope you enjoyed that game. It was very exciting. And yeah, see you guys when I see you. This has been your friendly neighbor Dr. Jimmy signing off. Bye bye.